Hey everybody, it's Tom over here, and we are going to today make some turkey salad. Um, a lot of times you have a whole bunch of turkey, you have a whole bunch of leftovers, you have a whole bunch of whatever. Um, so today I figured I would go ahead and make a turkey salad out of dark meat, white meat, wing meat, breast meat, all of it. One, because I like turkey salad. Two, it's kind of quick, kind of simple-ish. All depends on what you want to put in it. Today I am going to be doing diced up green peppers, diced up scallions, red onions, parsley, almonds, avocado, the turkey, so on and so on and so on and on. I'll explain it as I go along. Right now, right here, I've got some green peppers that I've already diced up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put those in this nice glass bowl. Um, if you don't like green peppers, you can use whatever you want. The cooking is it's all loosely based on what you like. You could use red peppers, you could use the sweet peppers, yellow peppers, banana peppers, cubanelle peppers, any type of peppers you like. I just kind of happened to go with green peppers because when I was in the store today, they looked really good, nice and fresh, nice and got a crispness to it. So yeah, I've got my green peppers in there right now. And what I'm gonna do, I've already got some scallions chopped up. Just gonna throw those in the bowl. Uh, yeah, like so. So here we go. Okay, and next thing I'm going to do, I've got some good red onion. Now you can use a whole onion if you want. I'm using half of a large red onion because I'm going to dice it up to, kind of finely. Um, Went with a red onion because they're a little bit sweeter. Add some more color. Well, we're also going to put tomatoes in here as well, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting this all nice and diced up. And while I do that, have your coffee, have your tea, have your wine, have your beer, have your whatever. I'm going to dice this up and I'll be right back. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, now that we have that all diced up and my eyeballs are kind of watering, fun. Not crying, I promise I'm not crying. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the bowl. Now, half an onion, you can even use just a regular small onion and it'll work. Depends on how loosely you want to chop it, you want to dice it up, it all depends. I just went with a half of a large one. I could have went with a medium one or a small one because it does definitely add some volume to the salad. So we got that going. And then after that, I'm going to start cutting up some avocado. Yes, some avocado. You want to slice your avocado. You want to go ahead and get that pit out. Ah, pretty simple. Pretty big. Let me go ahead and throw this out. Take my avocado out. I've got that going. Oops, didn't even bother using my knife that time. It's alright. Look at that. This is nice and ripe. Smells good. I know it's going to taste good in the salad. Now, I've never used avocado in a salad before, but I figure why not? Give it a try. Again, cooking is all subjective. I'll rinse my hands real quick. Okay, I hope everyone had a good turkey day out there. Um, it was just me and my partner. Still ended up cooking a 20-pound bird. Makes no sense, but I'm able to have these leftovers so I can make stuff like this, the salad, all that good stuff. All right, and you just gonna give it a loose chop because you kind of want your avocado to have a good chunk to it. You still want to be able to bite into it. Just gonna get some good pieces going. For those of you out there who don't like avocado, hey, don't have to use them. Use whatever you want. I want the pieces, just a loose chop. Nothing, I don't want it crazy, tiny, none of that mess. Just good slices so you can still taste it. Because you don't want it to get all mushy. Because once we put the dressing in there, which consists of an olive oil mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, my seasonings, basil, dill. Yes, I'm using dill. Love dill. So again, and you can do the same thing at Christmas time because I know a lot of people, excuse me, like turkey at Christmas time. Ham, you can make ham salad. Sky's the limit. all in what you want to do and what you and your household like. You know. And oh, when you're chopping the avocado, your pieces don't all have to be uniform. This is not a fine dining channel. This is a I love to eat, cook. I love to cook. I love all types of food. This is not fine dining. I'm not that refined. Now, if I go to culinary school to do such things, you know, then I'd be doing it. But I do not. Kind of home-taught, self-taught, learn tricks here and there, which is fun about. That's one good thing I like about cooking. You can pick up little tricks and tips and hints and all that good stuff from people you know everywhere. Heck, just get in the kitchen with somebody when you're at their house. If they're cooking something, dinner party or whatever, get in there. See if you can help. Get your hands a little dirty. Find out, you know, some of their tricks of the trade and their secrets. I've got friends that have tons of recipes that I would like to get into. My friend Amy, great, fantastic cook. She can throw down in the kitchen. My friend Lori, throw down in the kitchen. And sometimes, you know, it's fun when there's a couple of you, you know, you both share that same passion to cook and everything. You both want to get in the kitchen and, you know, compliment each other's stuff. You know what I mean? Compliment each other. All right, so we've got our avocado all set up. Now I'm going to get I'm going to put some plum tomatoes in there. You know, give it some more color and some more taste. I like tomatoes. I don't know about you. If you don't like tomatoes, don't put them in. Simple as that. But first, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I've got some sliced almonds. I'm going to go ahead and just give them a nice little rough chop, a little bit more. Or you can use cashews, you can use peanuts, you can use tree nuts, soy nuts, anything that you like. And you know, these don't have to be perfect. Again, they're already, I got them pre-sliced. But another quick little chop, it's going to add another layer of goodness to this. So, okay, we got that in there. Well, let me rinse my hands one more time before I go ahead and get my tomatoes. Give me just a moment. Cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, Martha Wash tomatoes, which I had growing this year in my garden. For some reason, not many of my tomatoes kept on producing as well as they did the year before. The year before, I had roughly about 21 tomato plants. And those kept on producing. They kept on producing, kept on producing. Didn't have to buy a single tomato for at least 8-9 months. It was great. Okay. So I've got my plum tomatoes. I'm going to chop up one, see what it looks like, see if that's all I want to have in there. And then we'll just go from there. Let me rinse this off real quick. Now, don't forget, whenever you get fresh vegetables or anything like that, before you use that, aside from like an onion, of course, you want to rinse your vegetables because you never know what kind of pesticides are on them. Even if they say they're organic, that to me, organic just means another way for some to get more money out of you. They say they're not using these pesticides, but you never actually know unless you are physically there. You don't know what's going on. So anyway, I digress. Just gonna go ahead and start chopping this up. You can thinly slice it. You can chunk it up. All depends on what you want. I'm just gonna go nice, quick, simple dice. Nothing too fancy. Just, you know, get some tomatoes in there again because I love tomatoes. Weirdly enough, I don't like tomatoes on my sandwich, but I'll put tomatoes on anything else. So there we go. Oh, it's going to add such good color. Okay. Again, go ahead and leave me some comments down below. I would love to hear some of your feedback, what I can do better, what I'm not doing. If there's something you wanted to try yourself, but you want to see someone else do it first, let me know. I'll go ahead and test it out. Doesn't bother me. I like trying new things in the kitchen. Yeah, let me know. And please don't forget, subscribe. So, okay. I think one tomato will be good here. Ooh, back up. Oh, and I do not own any of the rights to the music that's in the background. It is my Pandora station, and again, it's on the Enigma channel. I like a nice, soothing, calm music. Now, if I was doing some stuff like some barbecue chicken or some fried chicken or something, I'd be listening to some country or get some, you know, some alternative or something with a little more bang. But for the most part, I like to listen to relaxing music while I'm cooking. I love Enigma. I love that shit. And yeah, all that stuff. I mean, I like all types of music, all types of music, but this just really calms me down in the kitchen. So we're chopping up our tomatoes, you know, nice loose chop, nothing crazy. And I think that's pretty good on the tomatoes right there. We don't need too much. Because again, we still got the turkey to go in there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've got some Italian parsley. Remember, rinse off anything that you get, you know. And now you can use regular parsley, Italian parsley. Hell, if you even want to use cilantro, you can put cilantro in here. I do not like cilantro. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste. It reminds me of dirt. You know, when you were a kid eating dirt pie, it reminds me of that. Just like sriracha sauce. For some reason, it reminds me, and to me, it tastes like what a urinal cake would taste like. So I never use it. Cilantro, if you don't tell me it's in whatever I'm eating, I'll still taste it, but I will eat it. I will not use it personally myself, and I will never purposely order something if I'm out that has cilantro in it. I just don't. I can't. Not today. But I love parsley. Fresh herbs smell so great. And that's another thing. If you have the opportunity and you have the room at your house, either in your windowsills or in your yard, I highly suggest, you know, trying to grow your own, you know, herbs and everything like basils and rosemary. I've got a rosemary bush out front that has lasted, I want to say, a good 4 years now. It just keeps on growing, keeps coming back. I had a sage plant that's lasted 2 years now, lasted in the cold, and brought it in. It started blooming again. Picked it so many times, and it lasted. It was a tough plant to kill, and it didn't die. And if you're lucky enough, or you can find a cheap one, you can find a cheap dehydrator. Walmart, Target, any of those places. My partner happened to get one that was a 9-track offline. Or online rather, and we've used that for our herbs like our basils. We've got Thai basil, we've got pineapple sage, regular basil, rosemary. We dehydrate all of it. I love. So okay, we have that going. We got our parsley in there. Let me just show you how this is looking so far. The myriad of colors. Look at that. Wish it was smell-o-vision. So we have that in there. That's going. I'm going to put these away really quick. Before I do, I'm going to pop this onion in the fridge. You know, if you put things away while you're cooking, it just helps you with counter space. I mean, I have a decent amount of counter space, but at the moment, everything's occupied. So, okay, we got this in here. Oh, another thing I'm going to try. I'm not a huge cranberry sauce fan. I'm really not. But what I'm going to do, just for today, you know what? Try it if you want. I'm going to use a little bit of the cranberry stuff in here. Not too much, just enough to give it that real Thanksgiving flavor. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. I'll go 3 tablespoons. As you can see, that's a exact measurement, a regular tablespoon. So I have that going on. And again, I'm not a big fan of cranberry sauce, but some of my friends, my partner, they all love it. So we have that. And while I'm in the fridge right now, I'm going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to use some olive oil, mayonnaise, and some Dijon mustard. Not a huge amount. I don't want it to be, you know, goopy and all that. So, and for those of you that don't like mayonnaise, if you're vegan, or you could try veganese, I will say this, I was very skeptical about veganese. As you can see, my cat Sybil in the background, her tail, she always feels like she's going to miss something. off track for a second, but if you haven't tried veganese before, I was skeptical about it. It's actually not that bad. It's really not that bad. There is a pasta salad out there that I made with veganese, and it was really, really good. So, okay, back to this. What I'm going to do now. So we have our green peppers in there. We have our scallions. We have our red onion. We have our Italian parsley. We have a little bit of the cranberry sauce in there. I've got tomatoes, avocado. Now I'm going to go ahead. Got the almonds in there. Nice, nice up. I've got white meat and dark meat from my turkey, and I used meat from every part of the burger. I'm going to pop this down on here. Now you can go ahead and, if you want to pull it apart piece by piece, you can do it however you want. For time's sake, what I'm going to do is I've already pulled it off the bird, and I'm just going to start loosely chopping it. Nothing. I still want good bits in there, but I just don't feel like shredding. Chop it up. And you can have as much dark meat or white meat as you want in there. Just make it a good mix. But I find if you use meat from all parts of the bird, it's going to come out better because then you have the flavors from all over. And then the seasonings that you put on it, on your turkey while it was cooking, and the juices and everything, it gets really good. So again, while I'm chopping this up, which won't take but a few minutes, not even, I'll let you go have some more coffee, and I'll be right back. Everything out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make our dressing for the salad. So, got a little bowl. Excuse me. A whisk. What this dressing is going to consist of, again, guys, the olive oil, mayonnaise. I'm going to use some distilled vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar you like. If you like balsamic vinegar, which is good. That, depending on the one that you get, it can be a nice mild taste. Sometimes that stuff is way overpowered. And I'm not using a lot of this. It's just to thin out the dressing a little bit to really get a good coverage. I want coverage, but I don't want it to be just all about the dressing. I want it to be about everything in there. So, and again, these are not exact measurements, but I will do my best to, in the description box below, put down what the recipe for this is with measurements in there. Again, and you can eyeball it depending on how little of something that you want in there. So let's get this started. So first, olive oil mayo. You can use any type of mayo that you want. We started using this a couple months ago, I want to say, and now I'm a big mayonnaise person, but this actually to me had a much better flavor than regular mayo. So one good heaping tablespoon. That's 1, 2 and a half ish. So then we're going to get our Dijon mustard. And you can use any kind. You can use, I'm a big fan of honey mustard, but I find like dressings for salads and stuff like that, Dijon mustard works better because you've got that nice sharp taste to it. Not going to use a lot, just a little bit because I am going to add other seasonings. So now, again, I have garlic. So this time I'm going to use garlic powder. Not too much, but you do want to have that garlic flavor in there. My dill. Not too much. Dill is a strong flavor. But I got my dill. Some salt. Not too much. But I mean, if you make your dressing and put it in, you can always add more later. Better add a little bit than a lot because then you can't take it out. Pepper. Now, salt and pepper, everybody around the world uses salt and pepper in everything that they do. Basil from my garden that we dehydrated. Regular basil, sweet basil. I love that smell. And if you want it finer than what it is, if you dehydrate your own, best part about it, you can always just crush it up. Watch out for stems though. Sometimes stems get in there. So you just want to do that quick crush up in there. Again, watch out for the stems. You definitely don't want to be eating whatever you're eating and then get a big old stem stuck up in your gums. That's not fun. And I'm going to use a little bit of oregano. This is going to add a lot of flavor to it. A lot of flavor. Again, that with the avocado and the parsley. Now, remember, I don't know if a lot of people know, which I'm sure you do. You spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Um, when you use dried seasonings, you don't have to use nearly as much as when you use fresh seasoning herbs and spices of that nature. Like if I was to use fresh basil out of my garden, I would have to use a ton to equal the amount of that I would get out of dehydrated basil, dry basil. The flavors are just stronger when you dehydrate because it's all concentrated. Okay, now we are going to, oh, right before I do that, another thing I like to do in some of them, just to give a little sweet kick to any of the dressings or dips that I make, is I like to use agave. You can use honey if you have honey on hand. Honey works too, but I like agave in my stuff. And I'm not going to use a lot. I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half. I'm going to just use the same spoon, just enough to give it a little bit. Well, about 2 tablespoons, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. Nothing major, but I do like to have that conscious of sweet and tangy. See, dropping shit. Okay, now I'm going to use my vinegar. And this you're going to have to eyeball. I'm going to start out with 1 tablespoon. Get that going. And then, depending on how thin you want it, you just have to eyeball how much you put in. Just whisk this together, you know, get all that nice and incorporated. Oh, I can smell it. It smells good. All right, so that's not thin enough. I'm gonna add some more. Oop. And you don't want your dressing to be too watery, but you don't want it too thick. You want a nice happy medium in there because you want it to cling to everything. You don't want to take your dressing or your salad out the next day and then all of your dressing is like down at the bottom of the bowl. I hate when that happens. So you got to find a nice happy medium. And don't forget to, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to here in just a moment, taste test as you're going along. Taste test always, especially when you're cooking, you want to taste as you're going along. That way you can see, okay, do I need more of this? Do I not have enough of this? Should I have added less of this? Because again, it's all, you know, again, and because I've used so much vinegar, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more agave because I like tangy, but not too tangy. And we are just about at the consistency that we want. So, and don't be afraid to go crazy with your salads too. You know, you can have anything. Like if I had pineapple right now, I'd add pineapple to that. I love pineapple in salads or raisins, good raisins. You know, really anything that you want. Cooking is all about fun, experimentation. You know, so let's taste this. Perfect. There we go. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just drizzle this all on it. Again, I wish we had smell-o-vision. So now you can really use whatever you want to mix it up. I'm going to go ahead and use a metal spoon. If you have a big old metal fork, you can go ahead and use that. Move this off my stove so I don't want it. Then just start, you know, folding everything, incorporating it. You can stir it, you can fold it. I find sometimes to get better coverage with things, if you fold it, it's going to get through every layer. And then again, oh, we have the cranberries coming in. I can smell the onions. Oh, if you could smell this right now, it's so good. And I know it's going to taste even better. So there's nothing I like, and I love leftovers. Certain things just taste better the second or the third day after they sit and the flavors really marinate together. Like when you cook a holiday turkey, it could be a turkey breast, it could be a whole bird. Again, this Thanksgiving I had a 20-pound bird for 2 people. But it's giving me a chance to do this. And I used at least what felt like it could have been 2 to 3 pounds. This salad easily right now, minus the weight from the bowl, could probably be about 10 pounds. Not even joking. Between 5 and 10 pounds. Okay. We've got that all incorporated. I want to show you this. Look at that salad. Ugh. So I'm gonna go ahead and just taste this really quick. I'm gonna get some that has everything. Oh yeah. There we go. Mmm. Mmm. That, my friends, that is a good turkey day salad. If you want to know anything to do with your leftovers or anything, again, in a later video, I'm going to show you my, excuse me, this is why I don't like talking about food in my mouth. The green bean casserole cups that I made. Instead of making a regular green bean casserole that everyone makes over and over and over again, you want to do something a little different, try new things. So I took ramekins that we have, small ramekins, nothing crazy big or anything. About, I don't know, about double the size of a muffin tin. Okay. And I found this recipe, and that's another thing. I like finding recipes and tweaking them to make them your own. It was a cracker, French fried onion crust for them. Now, I had my measurements off, but it became a happy mistake. It made like a dough by the time I was done with it instead of like a crusty crust. So I, got that nice and gentle in my ramekin, made my green bean casserole with cheese, just a little bit. Put it inside the cup, and then put some breadcrumbs on top. It came out so much better than the normal way that everybody's used to. So, but my next video will be of that. That way you can try it. And again, if there's anything you want to see, because you want to try it yourself, you just want to see someone else do it, maybe give you some ideas on how to start, or maybe you never thought about doing that, just put it in the comment section below. And again, I will do my best to get it done for you. All right, for now, I'm going to go enjoy this. You go ahead and find some leftovers in your fridge. Go nuts. Make something. Try something new. Do something you wouldn't even think of. And I will talk to you later. Bye.